Okay, I decided I'm going to show you how I do my gel nails because I feel like I do have a few time-saving tips. Whenever people tell me, they're like, it takes so long, it's hard to do, I'm like, no, it's so easy. So hopefully some of these tips will help you. So to start off, I use the OPI top and base coat, but they don't sell this, I believe at Sally's, and I like just as much the gelish. It's just, that's what I bought the last time I was at the beauty supply. The gelish from Sally's is a smaller bottle. That's the only difference between buying it from Cosmocrop or one of the professional salons over Sally's. But I think Sally's is the easiest and most accessible, and so I will link everything below afterwards that I think is important to use. If you have, let's start off first. So I just barely peeled my nails off. You are normally supposed to soak them off, but honestly I just peel them off, it's faster. Again, it's all about that speed. So you want to prep your nails. If you have oily nails, prep them with, they do have like nail dehydrators, which is a good thing to use. I don't ever use those because I like my nails to stay on a week. If you use like all these other things, it'll stay on 2 weeks, but I don't like the regrowth. So long story short, I just like to use these things. But nail dehydrators are also another good option. These are, I think, 59 cents. It's just a polar block, but it helps so you can smooth out your nail. And I don't even have to do this every time, but if your nails are oily, this will also help so that the gel stays on them and doesn't peel off right away. So this came in a manicure kit, and I don't even know if you can buy it separately, but it's one of those tools that I just happened to find and think it was actually really cool. So I'm gonna show you how it works to get your cuticles and see how it just kind of peels them off. Look at that. I think I just did this nail already, so probably it's not a whole lot of skin left. But it gets that, gets that extra skin off your cuticles to get your polish on. But I don't know how it does it. It's just like magic to me. So this is the cuticle pusher, and then on the other end it has this. So you can help push and scrape your cuticles. So how I use it, let me just show you. So I'll take it and I'll just push my cuticles down.
So Alyssa rolled down because she knows we're going to lunch. So she just woke up. Let's see your burn on your hand. What were you doing?
We were roasting Starburst and I grabbed it off when it was too hot. Because it was dark outside, so we couldn't see.
We should probably pop it.
I think?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it hurts so bad. I burnt my knuckles the other day too on a curling iron. I think Accutane's making
the person that says don't pop it likes to pop everything.
Yeah, but not blisters. I like to pop them, but I'm saying not to.
Should I just put like a Band-Aid on it? Because like it hurts still. Like a Band-Aid with the burn-free cream or something.
Get some sandpaper and rub that stuff on it.
I did yesterday, I put it on.
Yeah. What are you eating? Twizzlers? All right. Okay, we'll see you guys at the rodeo. Have fun.
So then you start with the base coat. She gets stuff on the side and then it like hardens and then I can't open the bottle very easily. One of my biggest time-saving tips is to paint both hands and then put your hands inside under the light at the same time. Because otherwise you have to go a minute and then paint this one and then do a minute. So rather than 2 minutes, cuts it in half, boom, at the same time. Okay, so one of the tips too is to not get too much of the base coat. Sometimes if you do too thick of a base coat, then your next layer that goes on is like, kind of gets gooey and doesn't ever harden all the way. Don't use too thick of a base coat. And then I set it for 60 seconds and then I put my both hands under 50% of your time right here. So I just put on my first coat and that one is like usually a little bit, see how it's kind of clear? It's not very, it usually takes about 2 to 3 coats to make it like really good coverage. But you don't want to do a thick coat right up front or else it won't harden all the way and it'll get wrinkled and gooey looking. So it's your second coat that really gives a little bit more color. See how that one looks like. Don't worry if it kind of dry or like hardens a little funky because your next coat will make it look so much better. And then this one I just hit for 60 seconds and then put both hands in. Saving minutes every time I double up these hands. This color too is called Filling Swimsicle, like instead of whimsical, swimsicle. It doesn't really look like the color that's on the bottle, but I do like this color. I found another one at Sally's that almost looks the same, and I will link that one because it's the same color but different names. I'm gonna do a third coat now. So another thing that I do is I always wipe off one side, so there's not so much polish to deal with, but maybe everybody does that, I don't know. Another thing that I did when I was under the lights is I nicked that nail because I was trying to be all fancy under the lights. Okay, I love that, I don't love, but if I get nail polish right here, you can like just pick it off. So it's super easy to get off, where normal nail polish, you have to wait 5 million hours and then use nail polish remover. This stuff, as soon as it hardens, you can just peel it off. I like that it's a little thicker on your nails, and so I never get hangnails when I use this on my nails. And then let it sit for another minute. And the last coat is the top coat.
What does the top coat do?
It just seals in the color, finishes it off, makes it nice and glossy. I think you can get matte top coats, but I just always like shiny nails, so. It's funny, this is the top coat though is so much more runny, so I never really have to double dip like a ton. Last minute. And I can usually get this done, I swear, in like 10 or 15 minutes at most. So it's pretty fast. It's faster than going and getting a nail appointment, and it's so much cheaper. So in the beginning, you will have to spend the money to buy the products, but 3 manicures in, it's all paid off. Okay, so the very last thing you have to do is get some rubbing alcohol on a cotton ball, and then just wipe it off. And I love, because you can go grab things, you don't have to worry about hitting things and ruining your nails. They're hard, they're ready to go. And they last, I feel like, at least a week. Most people it's 2 weeks, but I like to change it every week. So just to run over what you'll need the base coat, the top coat, the color. They do have some that have like a top coat mixed in with the color, and I just haven't had as good of luck with it. You might love it, but for me, I like using all 3. They just work better, they last longer, and it's more flexible on my nails, so it doesn't get so hard that if my nail bends, then it cracks. The polar block, and then cuticle nippers. Be careful with those, just like you need to be careful with this, and don't use it twice, just use it on your cuticles. And then this is the safest, is just the cuticle pusher. So there you go. Those are the 3 tools I would say you need. The light. This one I got on Amazon. I know they sell them at Sally's as well. I'm just saying Sally's because Sally's is usually close to everybody, and you don't need a license to get in there. That's the only reason why I'm saying Sally's. But you can go to your professional beauty supplies to get stuff, but you'd have to have a license to get it from there. Oh, and you'll need cotton balls and alcohol. And that's it. It's really so easy.